Hey, Camp Nazarene. We went out to pick my son up from college this last weekend, something we weren't expecting to do. And when we walked into the apartment that my son shares with three other of his very close friends, you can just tell that there was this air of shock in the room. In fact, as we were talking to Drew, one of his roommates, Drew said, the last couple months of your senior year, the time is going to end and you cherish that time all the more. And he said, so when we came back from spring break and that was taken away from us, it was just a great shock, and they're really going to miss those months together. And I know in these days, people are experiencing great loss, and loss of loved ones, a loss of income, loss of security, loss of peace, loss of just the way life was before the coronavirus. And I want you to know that as we read the Bible, there are people that have experienced this loss, and it's normal to feel that when we experience loss. And the Apostle Paul, he writes this letter to a church that he founded in Philippi. It's called the Letter to the Philippians. And Paul is now in jail. He's separated from these people that he loves dearly. And this is what he writes to them as he's thinking about these people that he dearly loves, but now he's isolated from. In chapter 1, verse 8, he says, God can testify. So he says, God knows my heart. He can testify to how I'm feeling. He just says, how I long for all of you with the affection of Christ Jesus. And even just the short few days that we've been isolated, I long to be with my staff. I long to be with you. I can already sense that separation, and it's something I really don't like. And this is what Paul prays. He goes, here's my prayer. So Paul's praying. He goes, that your love may abound more and more and more in knowledge and depth of insight. So he says, here's my prayer, that our love for one another wouldn't decrease, but it would increase. It would become more and more. This affection, this longing, this missing would actually grow. So it's okay to long. It's okay to miss. I think that's part of being human. But Paul doesn't just stay there. As you read on, this is what he says. Now I want you to know, brothers and sisters, that what has happened to me, so he's in jail, has actually served to advance the gospel. As a result, it has become clear throughout the whole palace guard and to everyone else that I am in chains for Christ. And because of my chains, most of the brothers and sisters have become confident in the Lord and dare all the more to proclaim the gospel without fear. So what happened is God takes this situation of separation and isolation and actually increases people's faith, increases people's passion for the mission to proclaim Jesus Christ. And so that's my prayer for us, that our love would abound more and more for one another, and that our passion for this mission to help people to know God and find freedom, discover purpose, and make a difference will actually grow in this season. And when we're able to come back together, we'll just move forward in a greater way than we ever have before. So Camp Nazarene, I love you, I miss you. And let's continue to pray for one another, that our love for each other would abound and our passion for the mission would grow and grow.